Good afternoon to everyone. As I try to, in 5 short minutes, help you to understand why the critical role of people living with HIV in sustainable development is important, I think we must first look at what is JIPA. And JIPA is supposed to mean, as defined by the UNAIDS and the UN, greater involvement or the involvement of people living with HIV/AIDS in decision making. The principle of JIPA was established to provide people living with HIV a voice to be heard and visibility to be seen. The principle of JIPA was also implemented to promote the inclusion of people living with HIV at all levels of decision making, and not at some of the levels, but across the board, and to create an safe advocacy space free of breaches of confidentiality and free to express oneself. As we look at the role of the JIPA principle, one might ask, has JIPA really and truly been effective? Or is it the perceived involvement of people living with HIV? Has there been equality across the board, or has it been just tokenistic? Has there been a level of professionalism in the implementation of the JIPA principle? Has there actually been meaningful contribution and involvement of people living with HIV? Has it been done in a dignified manner? Has it been respectful? And has it been trustworthy? We might also ask, who has been benefiting from the JIPA principle? And who will continue to benefit? Is it people living with HIV? Is it the CBOs, the faith-based organizations, the NGOs? Or is it the ministries of health, the governments, the funders, or the researchers? As we move forward and look at the role of people living with HIV for sustainable response, we can therefore see that it is critical, it is important for people living with HIV to be a vital part of this process, because it does give voice, it gives visibility to people living with HIV and for also those affected by HIV. People living with HIV are the drivers of the HIV response, have been and continue to be, and will continue to be. The involvement of people living with HIV helps to promote and foster partnerships and networking. It also provides technical guidance to program design and implementation. People living with HIV have been very critical and a vital part of this process in terms of guiding, in terms of leadership, in terms of assisting ministries of health and agencies that work with people living with HIV to effectively design programs that will benefit and impact the lives of those affected by HIV. People living with HIV have also been and continue to be significant influences of change in policies and decision-making processes, but also provides the involvement of people living with HIV in the sustainability of HIV programs, enables the continuity of HIV-specific programming such as treatment adherence, advocacy, empowerment, capacity building, and all of the programs that people who live with HIV and who are affected by HIV so desperately need to enhance the quality of their lives. Thank you very much.